Hello and welcome. My name is Damien, and this is your 30-minute class focusing on flexibility and balance. Today you're going to need some cleared space, a mat, and a sturdy armless chair. I'll be doing today's class barefoot. You're more than welcome to also do today's class barefoot or in non-slip socks on a non-slip surface or in some flexible sport shoes. Have plenty of water close by, take water breaks whenever you need, and above all, work at your own pace and have fun. Let's start with a simple warm-up. Remember, you can use the chair at any time if you need some assistance with some balance. Stand with your legs wider than your hips, just a little bit wider than your hips, with your toes pointing directly towards me. Give a slight bend in your knees. Open your arms with your palms facing me below your shoulders, and swing your arms around and tap, alternating one arm over the other. A nice loose movement that we are going to do today just to loosen up our shoulders. Not everything has to be difficult, right? Something good just to feel good. Can also be a workout, absolutely. Let's do about 4 more. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Bring your feet together and bend your elbows with your thumbs up. Step to the side and give me 2 thumbs up, then bring your feet together and drive your elbows back. Step to the second side, give me 2 thumbs up, and drive your elbows in by your sides. As you drive your elbows back, give them a purpose, so to speak, right? You're feeling not just your arms swing forward and back, but there's a little bit of a resistance as you drive the elbows back. Let's do about 8, 7, 6. You'll start to feel the shoulders warming up as well. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. So let's do a little bit of coordination to start out. We're going to circle your arms, little circles this way. Step touch side to side. 1, 2. Let's do about 2 steps for each circle. 4, 5. Now let's go the other direction. Ready? You'll feel your shoulders warming up. 1, 2. 1 circle for 2 steps. 3, 4. Woo! 5. Good. Okay, so now a multi-joint movement. Bring your feet in parallel stance. So what parallel stance is that your feet are directly underneath your hips. Your toes, knees, shoulders, hips are pointing directly towards me, so no turnout. Bend your knees directly over your toes and hinge forward from your hips. Swing your arms back, chest towards me, and then straighten your legs and come up. Lengthen your arms low, medium, or high. You can do low, medium, or high. We go lower and lift. Now let's add a little swing. So rather than a real hold, we're giving it more of a movement, a very dynamic. Okay, so now with this exercise, let's talk about your core. And I'm going to refer to your core throughout the class. Your core muscles are all of the muscles of your torso, starting from your armpit all the way down to your hip bones, front, side, and back, and all the way around. You want to keep this stable. It allows our arms and legs to move freely and efficiently. So let's try about 6 or 7 more. Here we go. 1, stable core. 2, remember the entire torso is stable, front, side, and back. 4, 5, 6, good, and open the arms, great. Now step out, wider than your hips, and give a slight bend in your knees, arms to your side, thumbs up. Lift your right heel up and pivot on your right foot as you twist, and then come back to center. Helicopters. This is a nice dynamic movement that we can do to loosen up all of our joints and find that rotation in our spine. It's nice to be a little bit warm before you start stretching, right? You want to get those muscles good and warm. Let's do one more each side. Bend, reach, bend, and reach. Good. Keep your feet right where they are, hands on your hips, and circle your hips forward, side, and back. Let's do 2 more. Forward, side, back, and side. 1 more. Forward, side, back, and side. Let's reverse it. Forward, side, back, and side. Forward, side, back. 1 more. Forward, side, back, and side. Excellent. Okay, so we will start on our mats today. So I'm going to move my chair a little bit closer to my mat, and that's for in case you need a little bit of assistance with the chair. So step up onto your mat, face this way, right? So just go ahead and mirror me, and your toes, your knees, your hips, your shoulders, they're all pointing this way. If you want to get closer to your chair, do that now. Bend your knees, hinge forward from your hips. Notice my back is straight. You can place your hands on your thighs, 1, or on the chair. Step your front foot back and lower your knee down to the mat gently. Place one hand down and then the other hand down. Then bring your other knee onto the mat. So we're on all 4s. Now turn and face me and sit on your side. Good. Now let's use our arms as an assist to lower ourselves down onto the mat. And then once you've arrived on your side, roll onto your back and then just shift yourself so that you can be in the center of the mat. We did it. Good. Okay. So let's begin with hip bridges. So your feet are in direct alignment with your hips, not too wide and definitely not too narrow. No turnout. Hands by your sides, keep your back straight and use your tush or your glutes and your core to lift. Now, can you push your glutes a little bit forward so that we feel a stretch in our hip flexors and thighs, just a tiny bit, maybe a millimeter or 2. And then lower down straight back. Let's do a few more. And lift. This is a really important exercise because not only does it stretch your thighs, but it brings stability to your stance, right? Those standing muscles, those glutes, right? And it works your core as well. So you're focusing on keeping your entire core stable as you hinge up from your hips. 2 more. Reach. And lower. 1 more. Lift. And lower. Great. Open your arms to the sides. Keep your feet where they are. And I'd like you to keep your shoulders where they are. And just lower your knees towards me. Oh, that's a good stretch. Go as far as you like, right? Hold here. Take a deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Now see if you can push your glutes or your tush or your hips slightly forward. And notice a stretch in that top thigh and hip flexor. Inhale. And exhale, come to center. Good. And lower the legs to the right. Good. And push the hips slightly forward. Inhale. And exhale. And come back to center. Awesome. Okay, so our next one here is going to be a supine pigeon. So take your front leg and cross it over your knee. See how, and now first you can just open your knee like that, right? Close and open. We're going to do 2 versions of this today. This is our first version, right? We're on our backs on the mat. So you're just going to open and close and feel how that hip opens. And now, if you like, grab the back of your thigh, engage your core, brace your core, and grab the back of your knee, and you can get a little bit more stretch. Now, if you're a little bit more flexible, you can reach around to the top of the knee and fold your fingers, and that's also a really good stretch. But any hold will do. Inhale, and exhale. One more breath. Inhale, and exhale. Good, so you have the 3 stages of it, either down here, back of the knee, or top of the knee, right? Let's switch legs gently. You can use your hands at any time to assist. Cross this foot over, your other foot, over your knee, and close and open. Let's do version 1. And you can stick with any version you like. Either stay with version 1 or version 2, where you grab the back of your knee. Ah, that feels good. Ah, now you can hold that there, or you can go to version 3, where you grab the top. And this one, I like to fold my fingers here. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Glorious. Okay, take your foot down. Gently take your foot off of your knee. Beautiful. Let's do some leg extensions. So again, we will do 2 versions of this today, one lying down and one standing. So bend your knee from your hip. Extend your leg as far as you can. Get a nice stretch here. And bend and lower down. Now remember those core muscles, we want to keep them stable. Extend, find that stretch. Bend and down. Let's do one more. Bend and stretch. This time, grab your thigh to hold your leg in place and see if you can flex your foot. Oh, inhale. Exhale. And bend the knee and place it down. Let's go other side. Here we go. Up. Draw your abdominals away from your thighs. Extend. Bend and lower. We have 2 more. The third one we hold. 1. Extend. Bend and lower. 1 more. 1. Grab the back of your leg or just anywhere on your leg to stabilize. And flex the foot. Hold. Inhale. And exhale. Woo. And bend the knee. Place it down. Good. Okay. So scooch away from me. Roll onto your side. And use your hands to push yourself up. Great. Now, place your hands on the mat. And you're going to place your feet on the mat and use your core to come onto all 4s. Good. Right? So right here, I'd like you to do a little child's pose. So you're going to get your feet together and knees open. Now send yourself back over your heels. Walk your hands forward, long spine. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. Good. And now come up onto all 4s. Take your front leg, step forward. You can hold your chair if you like to, right? And walk your foot relatively far forward. And then come up here. Push your hips forward, right? And you want your foot forward so that when you push your hips forward, your knee is in alignment with your ankle, like this, and not overbent like that, okay? So bring it enough forward. Notice I'm holding my chair if I need to, okay? And we're right here. Good. So now, this back leg, your back leg, it should feel stretch in the front of the thigh. Take your arm that's furthest away from me and bend to the side. You can place your hand behind your head too, if you like. And bend towards me. Oh, you feel that stretch in the entire side of the body. Good. All right, hands on the chair or on the floor, depending on how you want to transition. Place one leg back. Now take your other leg and place it forward. Remember, you want that foot forward enough, right? Now push your hips forward. Notice that the knee is over the ankle versus over the front toes. So you're stretching your leg here, your back leg. Hold the chair or your thigh and reach your arm towards me and then up or behind your head and bend away from me. Oh, now you should feel that stretch again in the entire side of the body. It feels so good. And come up. Beautiful. Stay here. Now bring your foot in a little bit. Curl your back toes, hand on your thigh or the chair, and straighten the back leg. Bring your feet together. You're in your hinge, and then hinge back up. Upsy daisy. Now, so if your chair is like this right now, turn it this way, easy, and place your hands on the back of your chair. Let's do a hip hinge. So you're walking away from your chair, your toes are pointing towards your chair, your feet are a little bit wider than your hips. Bend your knees and hinge back, sending your hips over your heels. Notice how long your spine gets. Feels really good on your back and on your shoulders right here. Oh. Bend your knees. Now stay there with a flat back and see if you can straighten your knees. Get a nice good hamstring and back stretch. Bend your knees again. It's gonna feel like you're sticking your tush out, okay? And come up. Good. Wonderful. Okay. So stand facing me. And let's do some standing exercises now. You have your feet in parallel stance. That's where your feet are directly underneath your hips and toes are pointing towards me. Hands on the hips and shift your weight over onto your left leg and lift your right leg up and hold. 3, 2, and 1. Feet together. Shift, lift. Hold the leg for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and down. And shift. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. So I would like you to focus on keeping your hips level this entire transition. 4, 3, 2, 2 more. Let's go. And shift. And lift. 4, 3, 2, 1, and foot down. Shift. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good. Okay. Bring your feet a little bit closer together, a little bit more narrow than we normally would. We wouldn't normally do this, but this is for a balance challenge. Bring your arms low, medium, or high. Make sure that you're not going this way, just straight up. Drive your elbows down as you lift your right toe to your ankle, mid-calf, or knee. Make sure that your hips stay level, so we want to avoid hiking our hip up like this. Now place the foot down and reach the arms up. And shift. We lift low, medium, or high. Square hip. And lower down. And up. And lower. And up. And lower. One more each side. We have up and lower and up and lower. Awesome. So keep your feet in your parallel stance and take your right foot directly behind you. Nice big split stance. Make sure that your foot is not stepping out to the side this way or over crossing back that way. Directly behind you, so we're mirroring each other. Bend down into a lunge, both knees bend. Make sure both knees are in alignment with your feet. Toes towards me. Now take your pelvis and curl it under towards me. You're gonna feel a stretch right here. Then uncurl and stand feet back into parallel stance. Other leg, step directly back. Lunge down, bending both knees. Curl your pelvis towards me. That's a good stretch. Uncurl and stand. Let's do a couple more. Step back. Lower down. Curl your pelvis towards me. Uncurl and up. One more. Step back. Lower down. Curl your pelvis towards me. Uncurl and stand. Woo! Okay. Let's do now a leg extension front. Hands on your hips. Toes pointing towards me. Lift your toe to your ankle, mid-calf, or knee. Hips are level. Remember how we did this lying down on the floor? We're going to extend the leg forward. Bring it in and place down. Simple. You can always have your chair as an assist if you need. Ready? We have 1. Extend. Bend. Lower down. We have 1. extend, bend, and lower down. And 1. Extend, bend, and lower down. Well done. Okay, let's go back into the lunge and we're going to add another dimension to it. So what that means is feet in parallel stance again, directly underneath your hips, toes pointing towards me. This time either hands on your hips or behind your head. Keep your back straight, step back. Lower into your lunge, okay? Stable legs. Now, lengthen your spine as you twist towards your front leg, untwist, and stand back up. Let's do the other side. Step your other foot back, okay? Lunge down. Make sure there's no turnout in that front leg or back leg. Now twist your upper body towards your front leg, untwist, and stand. Good. This is a great exercise for all kinds of things that you're going to be doing, potentially be doing throughout your day. Running errands, you want to have that stabilization, right? And flexibility. Here we go. One more. Whew. Twist, untwist, and stand. Excellent. So, our next one, feet parallel, hands by your sides. Remember, we're bracing our core, keeping it stable. Bend your knees, shift your weight over onto your left leg, slide your right leg back, lift your leg and hinge forward. See if you can lift your arms low, medium, or high. There's that core clicking in, and come back. Whew. Make sure you've got some room behind you. Bend your knees, shift your weight over to your right leg, slide your left leg back, and hinge. Make sure that your shoulders and hips are pointing directly down to the floor equally. You don't want to open up that hip. And come up. Whew. Let's go. Once again. Bend. One more each side. Lengthen. Stretch. Find that stability. And come up. Good. Uno más. Bend. Shift. And reach. And up. And shake those legs out. Well done. Okay. Feet a little bit more narrow than our parallel stance. Hands on your hips. And we take. Lift your toe to ankle, mid-calf or knee. Hips stay level. Now without moving anything else, just see if you can open your knee, close your knee, and lower down. That's it. Second side. Nice stable standing leg. Open the knee, close the knee, and lower down. Good. And we have lift, open the knee, close the knee, and lower. And lift, open the knee, close the knee, and lower. Well done. Shake it out. Step your feet out wider than your hips, and then turn your legs outwards. So your toes are pointing outwards. Keep your back straight, hands on your hips. Bend your knees. Good. Hold here. Knees wide over your toes. Now lift your heels up low, medium, or high. Lower the heels back down and straighten. Let's take your right arm and bend to the side. And lift. Good. Hands on your hips. Lower down into your squat. Lift your heels. Lower your heels. Extend. Take your right arm behind your head or up and over. Stretch. Oh. And up. Nice. So let's take your chair and let's do a nice chair stretch. Bring your chair forward and have your seat facing me, please. Come over to my side here. Feet are parallel. You have your back hand on the chair, your front hand on your hip. Take your front leg and step up onto the chair. Now lunge forward, keeping your back heel down, right? That will stabilize you a little bit. Notice that the leg you're standing on, you feel a nice deep stretch in that hip flexor. And also your calf muscle. Now hinge back, straighten your knee and hinge forward. Feel that stretch in the back of your leg. Again, forward. And back, hinge. Good. And come up, place both hands on the back of the chair, and walk your foot also towards the back of the chair a little bit. Open your knee, allow your foot to roll on the chair, and hinge forward. Remember that pigeon we did lying down? Now we're doing it standing, right? Same muscles, a little bit different intensity. Come up and close the knee. You can use your hands to assist as well. Open the knee gently, allow the foot to roll, and hinge forward. And come up, close the knee, take your foot off the chair. Let's walk around to the other side. And same thing on the other side. Okay. Hold your chair, toes pointing this way. Take your front leg, place it on the seat of the chair, your foot. And lunge forward. And keep your heel down. Feel the front of your standing leg is stretching, that hip flexor, your hip flexor, right? Now take your hips and hinge back. Keep your back absolutely straight and straighten your leg. Good. Let's do one more. Forward. And back. Take your hands on the back of the chair. Slide your foot towards the back as well. Open your knee, allowing your foot to roll, and hinge forward. Ooh la la. And come up, close the knee. Push the hips forward slightly. And we have forward. Opening the knee, gently allow the foot to roll. Oh, feel that stretch, your back is straight. And come up, close the knee, and push forward. Take your foot off of your chair. Woo. Walk to the front of your chair. Sit down on the chair. Walk one foot at a time to face this direction. Okay. Take your front leg, slide it down like this. Now shift your weight back, right? And extend your back leg. You're leaning slightly forward. This foot is down flat on the floor. Now, can you straighten your back without arching the back so you're lengthening here? Okay. Squeeze your tush slightly. Grab the back of your chair and reach your front arm to me. Imagine your spine as a spiraling staircase, spiraling upwards. Inhale. Exhale, twist. You're growing taller, 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 taller. See if you can straighten that back leg and bend it a little bit. And straighten, add a little bit more rotation, and bend the knee, rotate a little bit more, and extend. Inhale. Exhale, open this arm. Take your hand on your chair, bring your feet together, slide forward if you need to, whatever it takes to feel comfortable, and walk one foot at a time to face me, and one foot at a time to face the other side. Good. Take your front leg, reach it down, slide your hips back on your seat, and extend your back leg. Make sure that your hips, both hip bones are pointing this way. Grab the back of your chair, reach your front arm towards me, and rotate your spine, spiraling upwards as you twist. Bend your back knee, inhale. Twist a little more. Now exhale, see if you can straighten that leg. Let's do one more. Inhale, bend the back knee. And exhale, twist a little bit more. Good. Untwist. Place your hand on the seat of the chair, feet together. Walk your feet towards me, one at a time. Feet firmly planted on the ground, and stand. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, touch the thumbs and open. Well, that feels amazing. You did it. You did 30 minutes of amazing flexibility and balance exercises. I feel wonderful. I hope you do too. Now all we have to do is enjoy the rest of our day. My name's Damien, and thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, bye-bye for now.